here by Laura Roser, and I'm interested in the impact of the talk on you. Did you pick up any pointers? Did you think there were some interesting things that she had to say?
Yes. So one, having the opportunity to hear Dr. Laura speak was amazing. I am a big proponent of women and women in leadership and understanding who they are. And to talk about the legacy that you would leave and having Dr. Laura to speak on that was amazing because it forces you to understand who you are and what difference you make within your communities, within your schools, within whatever environment that you operate in. So that was a huge bonus for me. Dr. Laura came at the end of the day, but I tell you, when they say save the best for last, I truly believe that she was the best at the end of the day. It forced me to stay just looking at the information in her bio in the program. I knew that she would be sharing information that I really wanted to hear about.
And that information is my second last question for you. Thank you very much, that was great. That information is always it always makes us think and reflect a little better how we can do things better, or that we should, we think we're all in control and everything's going just great, and then you hear somebody talk about, keeping a journal or doing that extra little thing to establish what your principles, what your legacy is. Were you reminded by sort of listening to the talk that you can always do better, and that there's more things, more strategies, there's a wider way of approaching your everyday life to make for a more meaningful life?
I was, and the first hint of that was through the photographs that she showed, because when I see pictures, I mean, she had Harriet Tubman up there, she had a number of very powerful women, but what I always remind myself of is that those women started out just like me or just like others. They didn't start out as astronauts or as trailblazers, when it comes to civil rights, but they started out as young women, young girls, playing in the backyard of the family's home, or working in jobs like McDonald's or others. So when you're looking at what your future holds or what legacy you want to leave, always remember that you didn't start out as an astronaut, and you didn't start out as a trail gun-toting advocate, civil rights advocate like Harriet Tubman. So your reach is far. And if you just continue to move forward and look at the legacy that others have left behind, use that to propel you forward. And I think that in Dr. Laura's message, she helps to drive that home both visually and through different quotes in her presentation.
And can you tell me your name and why you're here at this conference?
Yes, so my name is Michelle Bryan. I am the Deputy Director of Resource Management for the Federal Protective Service. It's a part of Department of Homeland Security. And I do leadership keynotes for women across government and industry and in organizations. I love women. I love people. I love women. I love to see the light bulb moment that they get when they understand how fascinating they are. I believe that anyone, especially women, can be the difference maker in any environment that they enter.
It's absolutely fantastic. I am going to ask you one more question, because now that you've identified who you are and what you do, I realize that this could be actually very useful for Laura. Let's offer it as a criticism of what you saw here today, the people in the audience. Do you think that her talk was appropriate for sort of government, middle management, upper management types who are trying to perhaps have some motivations, some outside motivations to make their lives better, and then also reap the rewards professionally from having a better attitude or a better integrity, better principles? Do you think that this talk that she just gave was appropriate for the type of people that you interact with?
Oh, I think that Dr. Laura's talk was extremely important. You're never too late or never too early in life to understand what your legacy should be. I think the two should merge, actually. When you are building your legacy, you should engage and interact with someone who's made a different mark in life, who's much older than you. And when you're looking at the legacy that you wish to leave behind, you need to engage with someone who's just starting out, hitting the ground running. So the audience was absolutely appropriate. It was a diverse group. I think whether you were in industry, whether you were in government, or in an association or a nonprofit, it matters not. Life is what matters, and the impact and the legacy that you leave is what matters. It's not your job that you will leave behind. It's what you did and why you did it, and the impact on those around you.
I don't get surprised often, but